vlog update. We arrived in Australia yesterday, and surf looked fun, but I keep thinking just let the collarbone heal a little bit more. And here we are, day 2, out for a morning stroll, and there's a little kangaroo sighting, which you see a lot here in Australia. Oh, there's another one over there. Yeah, so really kind of dying to get in the water. We'll see. I might do it today. I don't know. We'll see how the shoulder feels when I stretch it out later. All right, back to the walk. All right, today is 5 weeks and 5 days since breaking the collarbone. I think I'm gonna just get out there on the surfboard and just paddle around and see how it feels. I don't know if I'll catch a wave, but I need to get in the ocean, and I want to just see how it feels to paddle. Wish me luck.
Jay, what are you thinking going out?
I had to paddle around and get wet.
How'd it
It's been
feel?
6 weeks. Not great, not
Really?
terrible, but I wasn't confident to pop up to my feet, because when I would sprint hard to paddle, I'd feel it. So I wasn't keen to try to stand up.
How's it feel in a full suit? Jay, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, he will say, pain is my guide. I know my body. Oh my gosh. How's the collarbone feeling?
It's okay. Not 100% by a long shot, but I'm working on it.
In Australia.
All right, I am in Port Macquarie, Australia now. It is 6 weeks to the day since I broke my collarbone, and we're supposed to leave for Indo day after tomorrow. I have not been able to surf here. I did paddle out one day and just paddled around, but the collarbone didn't feel great. So today I'm headed to the hospital in hopes I can get an x-ray and kind of see what's happening in the shoulder. I don't know, man. Today it doesn't feel great. It's like worse today than it has been the last few days. I don't know. Maybe I re-broke it yesterday doing push-ups. Did some real easy push-ups, but I don't know. I'm on the way to the hospital. We'll see if I can actually get an x-ray. That's the first problem, since I'm not Australian and don't have a referral from a doctor. So not the best situation at the moment, and we're debating whether we should pull the plug on this trip to Indo using our travel insurance, because Vicky has thrown out her back and is pretty crippled in terms of being able to surf. No way. So she's going to an osteopath this morning. So we're just a hot mess here between Vicky and I at the moment. So I'll let you know what happens after I get the x-rays. Ciao. Okay, I am now finished at the doctor's, and unfortunately not good news for me. I've been trying to aggressively rehabilitate my broken collarbone for the last few weeks, and it's just not healed yet. So the x-rays show that it's still healing, but not healed. So the doctor said I shouldn't be surfing until it's healed, which is obvious. And honestly, my doctor in California basically told me the same thing, but I chose to think that, I was Superman and could maybe heal it quicker than they suspected. But the reality of it is that is not the case. I am not Superman, and my collarbone is not quite there. In fact, probably looking at potentially another month before it's fully healed. So it's super disappointing news. I'm already going nuts. It's only been 6 weeks, and the thought of another month without surfing is pretty rough. And of course, we have this trip to Indo that we've been planning for months, and now we're gonna have to see if we can somehow pull the plug on it and get our money back through travel insurance. That's a whole nother set of problems to deal with. So that's the update. All right, our last full day in Australia. This is what I do when I can't surf. Beautiful coastal walk here in Port Macquarie with ocean views. Hey everybody, Jay here on day 43 of recovery from my broken collarbone. I'm in a beautiful place here. This is Shelley Beach in Port Macquarie, and as you can see, it's absolutely picturesque down here. A nice day. Where am I at with the collarbone? So it's been 6 weeks and 3 days since I broke it. 2 days. And I had hoped it would be healed by now, but the reality is it's not. It's not quite there. I went just to confirm yesterday. I went and got an x-ray here in Port Macquarie just to have it checked out, and it is healing, but it's not healed. And I tried surfing the other day. I went out and paddled around, and that was inconclusive. In other words, when I paddled hard, it didn't feel good. And that was not even on a wave. So if a wave were to hit my shoulder, I think the results would not be good. I'd re-break it all the way. I may have set myself back a little bit with doing a few push-ups a couple days ago, but at this point now, I'm looking like we're gonna go to Indonesia tomorrow, and I probably won't get to surf. I might be able to bodyboard if it's really small and soft waves, but it's a day-by-day thing. I can definitely feel something in there that doesn't quite feel great. It's a little bit sore. Nothing like moving around, but occasionally like a click if I move my shoulder the wrong way. So yeah, I don't know, I might have refractured it, to be honest. So we'll see how it goes in Indo, but as of now, this could be a surf trip that I've been planning for months that may turn out to be a non-surf trip for me. But fortunately, my family, Vicky's back seems to be slightly improving after she made a visit to the doctor and they taped up her back. So we'll see how it goes. I am mentally prepared to just basically not surf for 10 days on that trip, so we'll see. So that's my situation here on our last day in Australia. I have not caught a single wave the whole time we've been here, and I may not catch another wave for the next, I don't know, month at this point until this thing completely heals. So depressing times in the surf department. Haven't surfed since September 15th, and I may not be in the water till late November at this point. That's it. All right, this is our first dinner here at Kandui. They're showing videos from our session today, and we're having some celebratory drinks. I had my first waves in 6.5 weeks. Only caught 3 waves. Didn't feel great. I really shouldn't be surfing, and I'm thankful to have been in the water. Well, look at that drink. Oh, beauty. Wow. All right, our first full day is beginning here. Sunday, November the 3rd. And boats are heading out to Last Resort. That's the name of a spot. And Nipusi. Here's Vicky and Kieran at the restaurant. Sage not too far behind. Our daughter has this condition called angioedema, and she's gotten a little attack overnight, unfortunately, where her face, parts of her face swell up, and she's having another episode, unfortunately, here. My mother-in-law's got a little bit of a sore throat this morning, as does Vicky. I will not be going surfing with these guys this morning. My collarbone just isn't ready for that. But I may have a paddle out here on a longboard. Going out, little peak straight out front called Burger World. So that might be my daily surf, I think. Mosquitoes are really bad here too, by the way. Gnarly mosquito issue. So if you come here, just be prepared for that. All right. Hey guys, Jay here with day 48 of collarbone break recovery. Yes, the recovery continues in a different location now. I'm in the Mentawai Islands here at Kandui Resort, and it's been a frustrating trip. We've been here 2.5 days. I really haven't been able to surf, so to speak. I guess the first day we got here, I was pretty determined, and I paddled out on my bodyboard, and I actually caught 2 prone waves and 1 drop knee wave. It didn't feel great. Felt unstable is the best description I can give it. So that was a bit frustrating. So yesterday, which was our first full day here, I sat out all the sessions, watched people come and go. It was really a mental game to not lose it, because there's so many good surf spots around here, and this place is absolutely chock full. I realize it's getting dark now, but trust me, man, there's like a wave there and a wave there and a wave there and another one straight here and 3 more over there, and you get the idea. And the water's 85 degrees. And it's just a tropical paradise. So that's been super, super frustrating for me. We planned this trip for so long, and I really had high hopes that I'd be fully recovered by now, but it just isn't happening. So anyway, so yesterday I sat it out. I did try to SUP some little 1-footers straight out front. That did not go well. The SUP was giant and really cumbersome, and I just didn't have much control over it. So today in the morning, went for a hike and went for a paddle and a swim out to this island out here. It's called Snake Island. Pretty cool little island out there. So I've been getting exercise, but today in the afternoon there's this little 1-foot wave out front called 4 Bobs. It's literally like a spot at home at Doheny State Beach called Boneyard, except at Boneyard there'd be 50 hipsters surfing. Here I was the only one out, which was great. Warm water, sun setting, and I went out on a 9.6 longboard and started knee paddling, figuring out it'd be easy to get up from my knees without too much stress on the shoulder, and that worked. I got 3 waves, and then I said, okay, let's push it a little bit. Let's see if I can pop up from a prone position. And the first thing I'll tell you is, like, prone paddling, I'm definitely not in surfing shape in terms of my lower back and my chest. I've lost muscle mass in the chest because I haven't been able to do push-ups. And so my xiphoid process was just grinding into the surfboard, and my lower back was sore. Oh, to add insult to injury, yesterday we had sunset drinks out on this little dock that's floating out here in the lagoon. And when I was done, I was getting on the boat, and I maybe had 1 extra drink that I shouldn't have had, and I fell getting in the boat and just bashed my back on one of the seats, which left me with a bruised back. I don't know, maybe I cracked a rib, hard to say, but that was a little annoying. But anyway, I digress. Back to the session. So I prone paddled into one, and I got up to my feet, and I was just so overjoyed. First time I've been able to, get up on a surfboard for almost 7 weeks. So that was a small victory for me. So I stayed out for a long time. I caught, 12 waves, and they were 1-footers, but I didn't care. That was a little personal victory for me. So now it has me thinking, could I push it a little bit more? Maybe go to another spot. I don't know. It's supposed to be small for a couple days, so we'll see. But anyway, that's the update for now. Tomorrow will mark 7 weeks since I broke the collarbone. I figure I got another 3 probably before it's solid. But surfing here I don't know if it'll set me back. I don't know. But I gotta catch something, even if it's not the bigger waves or the heavier waves. All right, that's my testimony for today. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes here on the beach, so I'm gonna head to the restaurant. Over and out.
There goes Jay. He's finally able to stand up and surf. He's the only one out, so he's probably super stoked about that. Aw, yay. Small day, so perfect for him. Yay! Jay got to surf. Woohoo! He must be so happy. Jay, you got to surf. How do you feel?
It just feels great to catch waves after so long. It's definitely not 100%, but it's good enough. So we'll see if I can tackle something a little more significant.
Oh, jeez.
It's the duck diving. That's the question mark, because I didn't have to duck dive at all.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that's a question mark. But it felt so good to catch waves.
Yay, you must be so happy.
Thank you. Just wanted to report on my status with the collarbone. At the moment, things are going better than I expected. Not perfect by any stretch. I still do have some pain in the collarbone, but I am able to surf. I can't bodyboard at the level of riding that I want. In other words, I can't hit the lip, do ARSs, stuff like that. It's just not ready for that kind of shock absorption. Yes, the doctor told me not to surf at all. Yes, I am surfing anyway because I'm in mental islands and I didn't want to waste this trip. Let's see, this Monday will be 8 weeks since I broke the collarbone, so I am getting close to that 8-week mark here. And as I record this, it's Friday in California, Saturday here in Indonesia. So when I get home, I'll probably give it a rest until my next x-ray, which is November 24th. So that'll be about a 10-day rest and see how the x-rays turn out. But I am just really thankful that I've been able to get out there and catch some waves, get some barrels, ride a surfboard and a bodyboard. It is not, again, not perfect. I do still have some pain in the shoulder. But I'm just really thankful to be able to surf. So that's my update for now. More later. See ya in the surf.
Poor Jay is on his back. He's got dengue fever or something.
Unbelievable, man. It's the Indo curse. It started with the flight getting turned around in LA. We didn't get to go to the next day. Then arrived in Australia. My board was destroyed, basically, and so was Sage's. And then we got to Indo. Finally, that was a smooth trip, actually, a really good one. But then when we got here, the second night we were here, I fell getting into a boat and smashed my ribs on one of the boat seats, and I think I either cracked or bruised a rib, so I've been dealing with that the whole trip. And then my computer went on the fritz last night. It wouldn't boot up, so Vicky had to do some research and fix it. Then tonight I got out of the water and I just felt like absolute garbage. Fever, shaky, chills, just no appetite. So who knows what I got. And then to top it off, my phone charging cable stopped working tonight, too.
You didn't mention your collarbone.
Oh, yeah, of course. I broke my collarbone 6 weeks before we came here, and the doctor told me not to surf on this trip, but I've defied orders and been surfing, luckily able to get some waves, so that's a bright spot. But hey, you know, adversity makes you stronger. So
well, I got you a bucket.
Yeah.
And some drugs from Dr. Gemma.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Good night's sleep.
Should be a fun night.
You'll be good tomorrow.
Okay.
Stay
sure.
positive.
Yeah. Hey guys, okay, post x-ray update. Things are looking good. It's healing. Bone has filled into some of the gaps. It's not 100% back, but the doctor thinks that I can start ramping up my activities slowly. He thinks, you know, obviously he said the longer you wait, the better off you'll be, but you can slowly work your way back up. And he said basically he alluded to the fact that I got lucky that I didn't do any damage in Indonesia surfing 5 hours, 6 hours a day for 10 days. So that worked out to be a decent risk for me that enabled me to surf over there without doing any damage. So I'm going to get back in the water, probably give it this week off, and then maybe start surfing again next week. I think that's my plan, and I'm just really excited that he, you know, gave me sort of a positive outlook as to how it's healing. As far as how it looks, that's not great. It looks pretty funky. If you're going to see pictures of me with my shirt off in the coming weeks and months here on our Instagram channel and on YouTube, you're going to notice it. Let's put it that way. It's going to be very prominent. My right collarbone sticks out. There's a funky bump in it. It's kind of healed at a weird angle, but as long as it's usable and it doesn't hurt, I guess that's the win. So that's the report for today. It's November 18th, 2024. 9 weeks to the day since I broke this collarbone, and I'm going to be back in the water. I'm targeting the 10-week mark, which is next Monday. Woohoo! So the daily surf reports will continue then. Well, folks, today is the day. I have pushed up my timeline a little. It's Jay with your Thursday e-bodyboarding daily surf report. I'm gonna get back in the ocean. Haven't been in the ocean here in California since early September. The collarbone is feeling pretty good now. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's let's call it 85 to 90%. I'm feeling confident enough to get out there and get a few waves. I've been dying to get back in the ocean. Obviously, I did surf in Indo, took about 10 days off after that trip, and I'm now going to have a crack at it.